name's Kevin Seeber. I'm an instruction librarian here. Did any of you do your undergrad here? All right, so I'll ask you to stay quiet for this question, or maybe I will ask you guys this. How many floors are in this building? 6. There are 6 floors in this library. You now know more than about half of our undergrads. And I say that only because this is kind of a weird building. I don't know how much you guys have had an opportunity to walk around. But if you look at it from the front, it looks very tall. You come inside, it's very tall. The stairs stop on the 3rd floor. Guess what starts on the 4th floor? The books. So this is something that's very common. So I just encourage you to take the elevator up to the 6th floor. The selling point is that you can see Kansas from there, but Kansas isn't very scenic now. But anyway, I just want to talk about some of the library resources that we have available to you. So I'm actually going to break from the PowerPoint and jump over to our library website. And the way this works, I know when you hear library, the first thing you think is books. Who are the history and English majors? You're the only one who will be using books. The rest of you guys, so bio, chem, engineering, business, a lot of your research is actually built more around articles than books, right? You probably already knew that. Hopefully you did. If not, I'm sorry to be the one to break the news to you. But the library website, this is linked from the main university website. If you just go to the university homepage, there's a link on the left that says library. But once you come here, this is really set up as a portal to everything that we have. So even for those of you who are using books, the library is purchasing lots and lots of electronic books now. We're completely aware that the internet happened, because we know that the internet happened. Is that the German room? Is that why there was a laugh? The idea is that a lot of our resources are electronic. Everything is linked through this library website. So as you can see, it's outlined with books, it's articles, there are research guides. We have a lot of research assistants. So Roy Joe was talking about writing assistance that's available in the Graduate Student Support Center. The library provides research help. We have a desk on the 2nd floor of the library. So for the people who went here for undergrad, what's the name of that desk? The desk that provides research help? It's the Research Help Desk. Okay, so the other thing is that is a desk. So writing support is available in the GSSC. Research help is available on the 2nd floor of the library. That desk is staffed whenever the library is open. This library is open 7 days a week. We are open late from Sunday until Thursday. Whenever there's class the next day, we're open until 11 o'clock at night. So Sundays, we're open until 11 o'clock at night. Friday night, we close at 6. Why do we close earlier on Friday than we do on Sunday? Right. So, anybody want to study Friday nights? No, not really. Okay, same thing with the undergrads. You guys are going to start doing that because, hey, that's grad school. But I know a lot of you are working day jobs. So the library is open 7 days a week if you want to come in on the weekend, if you want to come in after work. That desk is staffed until 11 o'clock at night. Librarians are faculty at this institution. I'm an assistant professor. That desk is staffed with professors whenever the library is open. Okay? So you can come in, just ask for research assistance. We'll help you find stuff. You all know how to use Google. We know you know how to use Google. But there's lots of other things that are going on through the library. So I'll just very, very quickly show you a couple of things. Over here on the left, there's a link to the library hours. So if you're wondering if we're open, you can click that. Up here where it says help, this is our phone number. This is our email address. This is our texting numbers. You can text us questions. All of these are available, like I said, whenever the library is open. So that means 10:30 at night. If you can't find an article, shoot us a text message. We'll see if we can find it for you. Okay? All of this is available as assistance to you. A couple of other things I'll mention. Here it says library services. Just kidding. Under library services, there's this thing called the Library Liaison Program. The way it works is each librarian is assigned to a couple of academic departments. So, specifically for the graduate programs, all the engineering, how many engineers? A couple? Yeah, okay. So we have a librarian named Sharzad. Her undergraduate degree is in engineering. She helps the engineering students, okay? She also works with the chemistry students. There's a woman named Karen Pardue who works with the nursing students and the history students. I don't know if she has any formal education in nursing, but she's been doing this for years. She also has an MA in history. So all of our subject librarians, there's Julie Frommuller, the one who is supposed to be here. She has an MBA in addition to her library degree. So all of our subject librarians have some expertise that relates to that discipline. Margaret, our teacher education librarian, worked as a teacher for 20 years before becoming a librarian, maybe 10 years. But the point is that these are people who are librarians. We're all librarians, but we also all have subject expertise. So there are things specific to your discipline that you may not know about. We can walk you through all those steps. We can help you with those things. Does anybody have any questions about the library? Now everyone's asking you, do you have any questions? And we just love it because it means we don't have to talk quite so much. But just a couple of things. As far as library resources go, this institution is pretty small, right? We're only about 5,000 students. Maybe some of you did an undergraduate degree at a bigger institution. The nice thing is that we are joined with CSU in Fort Collins. That means we get lots of electronic resources that ordinarily we wouldn't be able to afford. So we have a pretty good collection of online resources for you. Those are all accessible, like I said, through the library website. There are all these different databases. Depending on how much research you did as an undergraduate, maybe you know there's a specific database that you want to use or you are going to use. We have a lot. We don't have everything, but we do pretty well. Additionally, as far as books go, all of the universities in Colorado are part of a system, this thing called Prospector. It's linked right here. It's Prospector because it's Colorado and we're panning for gold. I don't really get the connection with what that has to do with books. But Prospector is just a system that lets you borrow books from every university or any university in Colorado. They're sent here for you to use. So the University of Colorado in Boulder is one of the largest libraries in the country. All of those books are accessible to you for free. You can just request it. It gets here in about 2 days. Okay, so lots and lots of books, lots of electronic resources. It's a pretty good deal. Because libraries, we like to share stuff. We don't really make a lot of money on this sort of thing. But we do have a lot of different services available to you. So I would say, like I said, explore the building. We check out iPads, laptops, lots of technology throughout the building, software. We have group study rooms down here with projectors like this one. It's not quite as big as this room. But you're going to be doing group presentations as time goes on. If you want to practice those, we have rooms set up for that. Scanners, the Adobe Creative Suite, so Photoshop, Illustrator, all of that stuff is available to you. We have group study rooms on every floor of the library. How many floors? 6. Thank you. So like I said, it gets quieter as you go up in the floors because that's where the books are. And people, whenever you put people around a lot of books, you just inherently get quiet. So if you do need a quiet place to hide, if the Graduate Study Center is closed, whatever, the upper floor is a pretty good place to study. And like I said, the view isn't bad. Any other questions? Or any first question, I guess? Okay. Well, thanks, everybody.